Good morning, all you beautiful babies. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day today. I'm sorry I'm sucking on a piece of butterscotch. I'm doing so good for quitting smoking. The cravings are still there, the thoughts are still there. Thank God butterscotch candies are down there that I can go and buy and get for in here. But I'm doing really good. And I've been talking with my family that are still here, and we'd like to share some, beautiful moments with all of you that all of you can do. Every single day, you're supposed to keep the loved ones that have transitioned on out of their physical bodies a part of your daily life. Now, most of the time with people on planet Earth, it is in fact a case where a few months go by, you move about your daily life, and slowly over time, you have less and less days where you even think about them. Now, here's the deal: if your mother, your father, your brother, sister, niece, nephew, whatever your case may be, your best friend, your husband, your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. If you were to come in and out of your house every day and they were next to you every day and you just ignored them, how would you feel if that were you? Now, Christmas, one of my own personal faves, because ho ho home is where the heart is supposed to be. And it is slowly but surely fading away. Fruitcake goes all the way back to ancient Egypt, where they would place this cake at the grave sites of their loved ones, so that the spirit of your loved one would have something to nibble on. We have the Day of the Dead, which is all throughout the world, not just America with Halloween and Mexico with Day of the Dead, Christmas. You don't just have varying days or short little periods throughout your year. You are, in fact, supposed to think about your loved ones and keep them a part of your daily life as though they are still there. Because if the role was reversed and they just ignored you, sitting next to you every day, you might get a little upset. When it comes to the communication of with your loved ones, do not ever think that you don't want to disturb them. You need for them to rest in peace. Because your deceased loved ones want to communicate with you daily. Whether you're going to the bathroom, going to the store, out and about shopping, whatever the case may be, your family wants to communicate with you. We get signs that we all seem to ignore. And we shouldn't. A song comes on the radio, a commercial comes on the TV. Sometimes they push, and you can hear a certain name or something that reminds you of your loved one, and they repeat it over and over and over and over and over. We ignore it because we don't see them and hear them, albeit some do. But for all of you who would like to communicate with your loved ones on the other side, I recommend getting a pendulum. And I'm going to show you how to use it, so that each and every one of you can in fact communicate with your loved ones. You don't need anything fancy. My very first pendulum, I took an acorn with its cap still on it. Drilled a hole, took some fishing line, because I am a nature beast. And I don't mean beast in any sort of 666 kind of way. Alright? I'm a Taurus, you know what I mean? We're nature beasts. We're all, I digress. But that was my first, and I made that myself as a teenager. I've had great luck with it. I still have it, it's in the other room. Also, when I was a teenager, my Aunt Kathy, and then when I was an adult, gave me another one. So I have a few actual crystal pendulum points that my Aunt Kathy has given to me. My family groomed me to be this way, and I can point things out to show each and every one of you. This spiritual life didn't just come from my killing myself as a kid. My whole life has been this way. Now, while my grandmother was still alive, my father was sitting in the chair right there. My grandmother was over at the couch, sitting down, waiting for me to bring her her meal. I was her nurse and caregiver. As hard as it was, I would do it all over again. And I mean that. So I went to reach on the ceiling fan to turn the light on so that she could see better. Because at 98, 97, 98, when this happened, at her age, she was 97 or 98 when I ripped this down off the ceiling fan, pulling it on to turn the light on. They were there watching. I didn't rip it down, I wasn't all pissed off. It just came off. And I said to my grandmother and my dad, can I have this and use this to communicate with loved ones on the other side? And my grandmother was so excited and so happy. Now, we'd have to wait and get, matching set, so that later on, when she were to cross over, Chris and I could both have one. And I gave him his yesterday. Now, this is from, and it needs to be clean. I've been holding it and using it. These are what you find for your ceiling fans. All of the spirits that I have been talking to prefer this and these over the acorn, which is for a land beast. That's, you can't get any closer to Mother Nature. And the actual quartz crystals that I have, the pendulum points, and I started by asking my spirit guide, which is Aleister Crowley. He And then I asked my dad, and then I asked my Gram, and my Aunt Kathy, and my brother Jeremy, do you prefer? And I asked them each individual one, which one do you prefer? And they prefer these. Why? Because of the energetic frequencies that are in those versus these. You do not want to influence an answer. You want to have that answer coming from spirit and spirit alone. You do not want to sit there and move your hand to get it to go in the direction you want it to go because you want to hear what you want to hear. You want it loud and clear, and you want it from spirit and only. That's the way it is, baby. And that's the way it is. So, you drape it over, and let me enjoy my little Christmas tree. That was my Grammy's, and I bought the lights before she passed and decorated up a little bit more. The cats have since been playing with the ornaments. So, you want to hold it like this, right? And you want to drape it over with 2 fingers. So you want to hold it with your thumb back here while it's draped over, 2 fingers. And you do not want to move your hand. And you want it to be synthetic and not an actual quartz or any other mineral gem or even an acorn. And I've had great success with the acorn as well as the crystal and everything. But all of them prefer, and this is plastic. It's beautiful, but it's plastic. Because there is no piezoelectricity going through, you're not going to have your aura influence an answer. So if you got a ceiling fan, dude, rip the fucker down. Use that shit. Because they like it best. So, straightforward is a yes. Left and right is a no. Piece of hair in my mouth. When it spins around in a circle clockwise, that's happiness. When it spins counterclockwise in a circle, that's mad or they're pissed off or something, alright? They could be sad. Use your intuition along with the question that you've been asking. Are you depressed? Well, they might spin it and say that, well, you're not going to say you're pissed off. They could be sad. So when it comes to the counterclockwise, you get a couple variations. Use your intuition, you'll feel it, okay? And then going along with the question you've had. Now, when you're holding it properly, like I showed you, you put your hand down above. This is above, your hand's below. As above, so below. Straight like this is for a yes. Left to right is a no. Clockwise is happiness. Makes them happy. They can tell you they're happy now. Going counterclockwise is telling you they're either mad or they're sad or they don't wanna, There you go. So, do not move your hand. You do not want to influence an answer. Is there a spirit here of my loved one that would like to communicate? Let me turn it this way a little, because I want you to be able to see proper, okay? And I don't want to have glare there, but okay. And when you transition from one question to the next, You may tell them, okay, now stop the pendulum, and then ask for another, question for them to answer. But they'll move it anyway. You don't need to stop the pendulum or have them stop the pendulum. They'll do it for you, and they'll seamlessly answer questions. Dad, are you there? Can you show me? Well, you're showing me a yes right now. Can you show me a no? Show me what no looks like. I'm not moving my hand. Make it more definite. Now, my dad in his lifetime did actually lie. So you want to make sure because their personality is still the same, okay? Although, if they passed away and they were angry, some hold on to the anger and some let it go. So, when it comes to my dad, and then when it comes to my aunt, are two different examples. My aunt passed away and she was very angry, but she was angry at herself and took it out on everyone at the end. My dad would lie through his teeth. That's my dad, okay? He was a very dishonest person. No offense, but he lied. And I'm not being mean to them. It's just the way that it is. So if, in all honesty, your deceased loved one did in fact lie, you make sure they're telling you the truth. So if you ask them a question and something inside tells you, which is your intuition, and that is a part of your soul helping you, guiding you, are you telling me the truth? And do it. So, without moving your hand, can you show me what a yes looks like? And he's trying to get the angle right so you can see the movement better. They know that we're going to work together and do this video for you today. Can you show me what a no looks like? Can you show me what happiness looks like? And can you show me what sadness and you're mad looks like? Now, you can and will feel this, the spirit energy of them moving this. Because your hands are like this, okay? You're creating like that little block right there, right? They will move it. You will feel their energy field on your hand and on your fingers as they spin it for you. You can also do the printout or even write it up on your own. Do it in the circle, the letters of the alphabet, yes, no, and all of that. And it will spin for, and that's like if you want to basically do an Ouija board for going somewhere you've never been and speaking to just some random ass person, and they'll spell out their name and give you the number date wise and so on. When you're not moving these and you're feeling the spirit's energy as it's coming in to move it, you'll feel it inside on your hand and on your fingers as it's draped over. There is no denying you're not doing that shit. You're not moving it. Now, when a spirit is that close to you, your hand might twitch. That's okay. If it jumps this and it really influences it, center it back to a standstill and repeat the question and do it again. And you'll see that you're not moving it, but something just touched you and made your hand twitch. Because that happens. You are not, once again, bothering anyone. Rest in peace does not mean leave them alone. Because our loved ones want to communicate with us on a daily basis. They are with us all day, all night. They respect your privacy. If you're having sex in the bedroom, if you're taking a crap in the bathroom, they're watching. They're not going to be all offended and grossed out like, ew, I'm watching my daughter in her physical form have sex with her boyfriend. They don't care, dude. So what that they're there? You don't know it, and they're not all grossed out by it. But they are there. You've got diarrhea in the bathroom, you're throwing up in the bathroom, whatever. They're not offended. They're not like, ew. Humans are the only ones that are having issue. And that's an AbFab reference. But that's only for the living, dude. And you're not bothering your family. They would be bothered if you didn't. When I was a kid and I killed myself, I learned a lot of things. And what I can tell you is that your loved ones want to be contacted. Now, there are some spirits that want to be left alone. And you won't have any sort of spirit activity in your house. You won't know they're there. You won't see them or hear them. They want to be left alone, and they will be, whether you like it or not. But chances are that's not your loved one. And I say it that way because sometimes we have an asshole in our family that really wants to be left alone. And you didn't leave them alone while they were alive, so they're getting the piece they're getting after when they're dead. Now, I will say, if you've got wind chimes in your house, and I've got a video up showing the wind chimes here in the house, my puppy, my beautiful baby boy, which is my dad's dog, he died right here on the floor next to me, right here in front of the door. He was protecting us. He's still here, and he likes to move the wind chimes. He was very shy. He hated people. He loved me more than anybody else. And because of me, he loved my cats. Because he thought he was a cat. Which is really weird. But he did. He thought he was a cat. He loved me more than any human, including my father. And that pissed my father off so bad. I'm the only human he never bit. And Ed, when Ed was here because of his love for me. Oops, my necklace. Oh, and I will show you this too. Rose quartz, the magnetite, the moonstone, and pink cat's eye quartz, and amethyst, along with the couple moldavite. Remember that when I ordered it online? But this way, they're all there, and this is for psychic spiritual development and unfolding. And the moonstone, along with the magnetite, same thing, but definitely with the moonstone. This is the rarest form of moonstone, color wise, and I can show anyone in person. It's on the fishing line, and you know how it is. You know, you snag it, it's gonna break. Your beads are going everywhere. It's all magnetized. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Puppy, you know, with his love for me, he wanted me to know he was here, big time. So if you have a pet, use the pendulum for your human deceased loved ones. And then get a wind chime in your house. Wind chimes are not supposed to be outside. If you look up witchcraft throughout the centuries, if you have wind chimes outside, they are in fact calling evil spirits to enter your home. That is the truth. That is the fact. Sorry, you don't like it? That's not my problem. But if you have wind chimes outside, you're drawing evil to your home. It is like a lighthouse in the dark, calling them forth. They see it, they hear it, and are coming after you. Now, when you find a wind chime that is in a cemetery, that is a little different and no longer applies. But at your home dwelling, you never want wind chimes outside. They are to be left inside only. Use them for your pets. If you have any pets that have crossed over, and we all do, let your pet use the wind chime to communicate as a pendulum. Not with a simple yes or no, but like they'll smack their tail, you'll see it moving. Look at the video I posted up before recently. He moves it to let you know that he's here. Okay? Which is really, really cool. Now it helps with having the crystal skulls and all of the quartz crystal, all throughout this house to amplify the spirit energy. But let your pets have the wind chime. And just use a pendulum, preferably plastic, so there's no energetic piezoelectricity going through that your aura would influence. You do not want your aura influencing an answer. So just ripping one of these off your ceiling fan. We've all got a ceiling fan, right? Take one down and let it pass it around. And we'll do the hokey pokey, and you know, you'll turn yourself around. Every single one of you has loved ones that have crossed over. All of your ancestors from your very first bloodline ancestor all the way up to you now, that they are with you. Even if you're going to the bathroom to poop, or if you're going to sleep at night, or if you're having a moment having sex, they're with you. Don't be freaked out, grossed out, and asking for your privacy, because they're giving you privacy. The only loved ones or spirits on the other side that you're not going to have contact with are the ones that don't want to be contacted. You will not see them, you will not hear them, you don't even know they're there. But no matter where you go in life, if you live in a house, your house is haunted. If they want your attention, you will see it and feel it. You'll see shit move. If you really don't get it through your head, that's when they're really going to get it through your head. But if you have a loved one, you should be talking to them. Now, I recommend skip writing it down or printing it out, using it so it's a Ouija board kind of thing with the pendulum. Just get one of these. Yes, no, happy, mad, or sad, and there you go. Talk to your loved ones. May God bless you all. Namaste. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Bless you, babies. I love you.